Perfectly awesome. We just got out of the movie theater watching Batman v Superman, and of course I got over here got Brandon and got Rod, which I guess they can introduce themselves if they wanted to.
Too late.
Anyways, we're here. We're going to do our post-movie review of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, guys. And all of us are in agreement. We don't know what to think about this movie. It's definitely it's a really good movie as far as just movie-going, like, aspect of it is. Now, if you get real in depth and really critique it to a point,
you won't like it.
Especially if you go comic book version of it, it doesn't follow a lot of comic book, like, lore, I guess you could call it that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's a very, I don't know, there's just so much to process out of this movie, and we just got finished watching it. It's probably going to take quite a few sleep. We're probably got to sleep on it, to be honest.
Sleep on it, and you got to rewatch it.
And probably rewatch it, because
whenever it comes out.
There was a lot of stuff, little Easter eggs that were in it, which I liked a lot. A lot of Superman Easter eggs, I think, because it definitely, in the end, it was a Superman movie.
It was a Superman movie, wasn't it?
So if Rod would like to start, I guess just kind of give your little brief, not summary, but brief thing of what you thought about the movie.
Going into it, I saw
yeah.
I saw a lot of reviews that were giving it pretty bad ratings and stuff, so I was a little discouraged, but like totally blew it out of the water. Definitely better than
you think
I
it
expected
was better?
it to
Yeah,
be.
I think before we watched the movie, I think Rotten Tomatoes is like 31%.
Yeah, it was
31,
low.
32.
Which Rotten Tomatoes doesn't give they gave Deadpool a really high rating though, so I don't know. I mean,
well, Deadpool deserves that.
Which
everybody could see, even Tomatoes.
yeah, which that was comedy though, compared to this is more theatrical, more thriller kind of.
More thriller, more story based.
Yeah.
I did think some of the scenes, especially in like the first half of the movie, jumped around a lot as far as like settings go. They didn't really explain where they were half the time, or how they got there, or why. It kind of made sense later on, but they just kind of jumped into like a scene in the desert, like.
Yeah, it was like a dream.
Yeah, there was a lot of like
Didn't
dream
expect
framing
that.
devices in there too.
Yeah, like it was like
kind of got repetitive.
Very future stuff. It was like stuff that would happen if they didn't do certain things, and some of the cameos of the other characters, because I know everyone knows this anyways, because they don't know how the cameos are, but some of them I didn't like, to be honest. I thought they would be a little better on the cameo.
I think
There's
it was just
a lot
supposed
of
to be
fucking
a
actors,
nice
though. There's a
tease.
lot.
Yeah,
of actors.
but I think they could have had two of them I decently liked, the tease of them. The other one, which I know Brand definitely agrees on it too, it's not a very good tease.
Can't really tell you. It's a spoiler.
Well, everyone knows. I mean, whatever.
You're gonna see the Flash, but barely. Let's just say that. And
And-
Aquaman, you better see them. They say they're part of the movie, but
and
it just
Cyborg as well.
Cyborg, yeah. Which I didn't realize Cyborg was gonna be in it.
Yeah, me and Brandon were trying to figure out what the hell what that symbol was, and then like, oh, it's Cyborg, duh.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They follow the comics out of that one a little bit more than they follow Flash, and I think I don't know
for Cyborg.
Cyborg.
I don't know. I'm gonna be interested to see what they come up with that movie-wise, which is next year, I think.
I don't
When they
know,
come up
man.
with that, depending on how
Cyborg,
well this movie
I think
does.
it's like 2019 or something. It's way off.
It's off.
Yeah. And now, how about you, Brian?
Mine? Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what I liked and disliked about the movie. People-wise, I liked Alfred. Alfred was one of my favorite guys.
I love that actor. He's awesome. He was awesome in Aragon.
And when Wonder Woman came in, all of us got chills. Like, that was probably... I was excited to see Flash.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I was excited to see Flash, but I was like waiting for it, or we were waiting for Aquaman. That didn't ever show up. But when Wonder Woman showed up, she just kicked the fuck ass. Okay, wow.
Yeah, when she did her big yell,
it made Superman look like a pussy. Okay. But that's my
Definitely,
opinion.
it saved the movie. I think Wonder
Yeah.
Woman did, especially. And I'm sorry, continue.
No, keep going. Anyways, well, the guys I really didn't like. I mean, I liked Lex Luthor, but I don't know if it's Lex Luthor. We don't know if it's Lex Luthor or his son.
It was his son.
I would say it's
his
Lex
son.
Luthor
It's
Jr.,
definitely his
right?
son.
Lex Luthor Jr. Alexander, whatever you call him, but that's probably a spoiler. My bad. Anyways, I don't know if I like him. I think he was pushing towards like Jokerish. That's what it felt like. It was.
Yeah,
he was
he's a little more
crazy.
insane. Yeah, he's
more
insane.
He's always
And I
He's
didn't-
very obsessive. Not insane,
he's
but
very
obsessive.
obsessive, but-
Obsessive, yes.
I still think they went straight a little bit to the insane.
I mean, J.C.
I
Eisenberg.
like him as an
He's a
actor.
really good actor, I think. I mean, I think he did a decent job at it.
Decent job.
Now, maybe we'll
but
see in the next movie. Maybe we'll see more of the traditional.
I think this is a starter movie, and I think it did just as well as a starter movie. I mean, it didn't. There's nothing like the Avengers. I mean, the Avengers did really bad.
Well, like you said though too, they threw everything into this movie.
They threw a lot
and there was
into
so
the movie.
much into it that I mean, it just. I don't know. It was overwhelming.
And at the very end, I thought, well, this part's gonna end. Nope. There's this part. Nope. This part's gonna end. Nope. Well, this part's the one that's gonna end.
There's definitely
You just don't know when it's gonna end.
a really big thing in the very end that we're not going to tell because that's a big spoiler. But if you're a follower of comic books, I think you probably do know, which I'm pretty sure it happens in the comic books.
Yeah, it does happen, but he didn't. Never.
I don't know, but yeah, they definitely threw in a lot because I mean they don't have a lot to go on. DC doesn't as far as movies, like solid movies, besides the Christian Bale ones, but they really can't build off of that.
That was the Batman, and then the Superman, the last Man of
Superman,
Steel.
but that's all they got.
But that's all they got. I mean,
Marvel had Iron Man, they had Thor. They
were all
Hulk.
very successful movies.
I mean,
before
even the
they-
old Hulks were decent, and people knew that characters. And they still know Batman and Superman, but you really can't do a whole lot with them.
At the very beginning, like I said, they were like he said they threw a lot of the story in. They threw a lot of backstory in for Batman. They tell him about the backstory. They didn't throw much about Superman, but they threw a lot for Batman. And then they didn't really say anything about Wonder Woman's story because they're gonna make a whole movie out of that.
Which
so
I can't wait to see that.
That's
It
probably
was
gonna
awesome.
be badass. So, but overall, I like the movie. I don't know. I would probably give it an 8 to 7.
7 out of 10,
7, 8.
7.5 maybe?
Yeah,
7 out of
because-
10?
9.
9?
I mean, it was a good movie. I will go see it again. I don't know if it exceeded my expectations. But
Maybe, which
it was just a
it didn't-
lot of
I think it
fucking
didn't. I think it
information
didn't
on
help
it.
either. We watched it in 3D, which I don't think that
Our
movie.
eyes were, like,
I don't think that movie was
crisscross.
made for 3D, to be honest. Even though it was
Yeah,
probably filmed in IMAX type, but I don't think it was made for 3D. So I definitely suggest not to watch it. We accidentally watched it in 3D.
My bad. I bought
No,
the tickets.
well, it's
Everybody
not
yell
that.
at me.
It's not that. It's just we thought. Well, even you thought it was in 3D.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, either way, it was. We got there an hour early, which was stupid because everybody
should've got
else
a
was
little
already.
earlier,
Yeah,
but we
we
still
should have
got
got the
decent
little.
seats.
We got decent seats, but we sat there in the middle. If you're gonna go 3D, go sit in the fucking back
Yeah.
because your eyes will go like crisscross so many times at the very beginning. But anyways, that's my review over it. I think overall it did pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know much about Batman. I don't know much about
I think
Superman.
it's a solid movie. I think it's a pretty.
It's
good
a
solid
start to Justice League. It's a
Yeah,
start. It's
movie.
not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it'll-
Like I said before, it
Didn't
we gotta
blow
sleep on
anybody.
it.
New movies that it came out recently, like Deadpool, it didn't blow that out of the water. Deadpool was still better, I think, and what any other movies that have come out. There's a bunch of movies coming out this year that we're all
there's-
excited to see.
yeah,
Batman vs
definitely.
Superman, Captain America. I mean, anything. We're all waiting.
Well, I guess it's my turn to. Well, like I said, what I liked about it was definitely Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman did a solid job. I mean, she's an amazing actress, and I mean, the character, she did absolutely amazing in it. As well as the only thing I liked more of the end of the movie because it portrayed a lot more action, yes, but also it portrayed Batman better.
Better, yeah.
In the beginning, it wasn't. It was almost like he was fed up, and so he was doing a lot of things he's not really.
He was becoming a
doing.
criminal. He wasn't becoming.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, he was an older Batman.
Yeah, which makes it a good story though, where you see him change throughout the movie. But I don't know. That's kind of.
What'd you think about Doomsday? I really don't know about that guy. I mean, he was just a mindless monster.
Yeah.
Well,
which I don't like. Cause
supposedly, that's one of Superman's biggest enemies.
Well, it
and
is
stuff like that. You know.
I mean, the Justice League have a hard time.
And to be honest,
in the comics.
Which I think Trenton actually made this comment when it first came out. When the first trailers came out, it was that it looks like a Ninja Turtle.
At the very beginning, it
At the beginning, it does a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
It is,
but then a little bit, he actually decently looks like Doomsday from the comic books. But and again, I mean, you can argue it's not like the comic books. You know, of course it's not.
Don't go in there thinking
it's a
it's
movie.
comic books.
I mean, it's going to be different.
They're
going to
do a different story.
Yeah,
don't go in there thinking it's a comic.
It's that's the thing with the movies. They can make, even though the comic books are the source material, they can change it, to make it inform it as their own story. So that's what they're doing with this movie, and so I think it has good potential, and so we'll see once these other movies, the separate single movies, comes out with like Cyborg and the Flash, as well as Wonder Woman, and Aquaman as well.
Everybody forgets about Aquaman. Aquaman has good powers. This guy wore an Aquaman t-shirt. I wear a Flash shirt. Whatever.
But all in all, I definitely give it probably a 7.5, maybe 8. I definitely want to go watch it again. So I don't care if we go watch it again sometime here in the next week or two. I mean,
I don't want to just. I want to soak up a little bit more. Because like what you said, it was a lot of information.
Yes, it is absolutely a lot. So I mean,
it's a long movie.
I suggest go watching it in theaters because it's probably one of those movies that's really good in the theaters, especially in IMAX. I mean, it was just the whole. You felt everything. I mean, it was. I think it was one of those movies you really need to see in the theaters.
Don't do 3D.
Yeah, don't do 3D. You see his awesome hat?
I had to flip it over just so you guys can see it.
But yeah, so once again, we watched. This is the post-movie review for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, and I hope you guys like this movie, or not movie, video.
Well, we hope you like.
I hope you like the movie too. Let us know what you think about the movie. But
comments down
below. Make sure you like and share this with all your friends and family members who just love to geek out and everything. And also just subscribe and follow us on all our social medias. Okay. All right. Well, I'm Garrett.
This is Brandon.
I'm Rod.
And
Goodbye.
This is Critically Awesome, guys. See you later.